The studio, and we are going to be streaming live, hopefully, because I'm in here pressing all sorts of buttons and working on cameras and stuff, but hopefully streaming live if anybody wants to tune into us on Facebook or our YouTube channel. Anyway, Maria, how are you?
I'm very well, John. Glad to be here. Lovely to be invited. Thanks very much.
Not at all. It's good to have you in. See, because we're playing away at your music, and it's great now that get to chat to you in person.
Yeah, it's
and
brilliant.
Maybe play a wee song or two. In fact, how about starting with a song? You have seen you have the guitar in.
Yeah, can do. Which you don't have any preference, do you?
I don't. I'm going to leave that entirely
leave that up to me.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I was thinking out there, maybe do something of the new album, not the new release, but something that will be coming out. This song is called Down to Experience. Billy calls it the kind of Van Morrison song, so I think it's suitable for Van Morrison's birthday today. It's kind of got a Van kind of Van twang of it. All right. Gonna put this one down to experience. I see that one coming next time round. I must have said that 100 times, always ended on the ground. I guess I like fixing those thought needed fixing, and maybe I could help those seemed to me needed helping. You seen me coming a mile away. I was your free meal ticket you could hide away. Couldn't help wearing my heart on my sleeve, and to your trained eye, one hell of a prize. Take a good look as I walk away. You won't see me anymore. And I bet you thought I'd never leave, or in the end that I concede that this was all wrong, and that I deserve more. That no part of this was alright, and you didn't owe me. And you see me coming a mile away. I was your free meal ticket you could hide away. Couldn't help wearing my heart on my sleeve, and to your trained eye, one hell of a prize. Times I question why I had enough of you, 'cause there's days that I still miss you. But if you were worth half of your salt, you wouldn't have taken all of my goodwill. And I'm sorry I was so blind, it took so long to see through you. Oh, it's clear what you were doing, and how cunningly you done it too. You seen me coming a mile away. I was your free meal ticket you could hide away. Couldn't help wearing my heart on my sleeve, and to your trained eye, one hell of a prize. I'm gonna put this one down to experience.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
It has a kind of a Van Morrison vibe, and like Van the man, you don't hide your accent in your songs.
No, I don't. No,
it's a good sign of an art. I always like it in an artist, because it tells me that they're comfortable in their skin.
Yeah, well, I guess I do get told that a lot. When John Creedon played me, he says you don't need to tell, or you don't need to ask where she's from when you hear downtown, which that was quite funny.
Yeah.
You know.
And John's been supportive of your music.
He has, yeah, he has been really good. He played the first album like yourself, give it loads of spin. So hopefully now when he receives the new one, he'll do the same.
I would imagine so.
Please God, it's great.
So it's ready to go. Officially released tomorrow, is it?
No, that's the thing. I should have messaged you the album. There's a new single out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
There's one track to be finished off on the album, and Lawrence Doherty's coming back in to do drums in that. He did all the drums on the first album, but just a few tracks on this album because Lawrence was sick, but he's back. So I'm excited that he's going to be able to do the last song. So it'll be out. I'm expecting kind of October. We'll go there. We'll just put this single out tomorrow.
As John Prine would say, you're going to serve no song before it's time.
Absolutely. But you know what? There's no point in putting things like I made the mistake with the first album that I only released one single with the album. You know. Mm-hmm. I hadn't a clue what I was doing, and from the artist's point of view, you like if you have any chance of making any kind of money on it, you're as well putting out a few singles. Do you know what I mean? Because by putting out the whole album, like the bigger radio stations only played the song that they received, the first song that they received. But if you know what I mean, so by
you know what? Just there's
but if it's not put in front of you either, do you know what I mean? And I understand that.
It
like
lands in the inbox, then it's listened to, and then it goes on a playlist.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
But I suppose if the singles aren't singles they're tools, aren't they?
They're tools, absolutely. And I know now, like Girl with Good Intentions. I can't believe it's actually April that came out. But I just thought this is the way to do it, and do a wee video with it. Do you know what I mean? And it's the only way, because if, as I say, if you're to make any kind of money back, you need to release it like single by single. But this will be the last single to come out before the album. I'll take the album out then with the rest of the songs.
And it's about creating awareness. It's about
constant,
building an appetite for the album.
And you have to be constant at it. Like I don't use like a promoter. I do everything myself. So like Frankie will tell you, you're up at 6 o'clock in the morning before the baby's up, and you're emailing. There's a hell of a lot of work goes behind these wee selfie pictures of smiles. There's a lot of there's a lot of grumpiness goes on at home. For the amount of time that you do, if you want to get it in front of people, you do need to just work tirelessly at it.
No,
which I do.
Absolutely, you've got to, and in a way, you've got to feed the beast.
Yeah.
And the more serious you are about it, then just the more of your time it takes up. That's just the way of it. But anyhow, it all seems to be going well.
It's all going great,
the outside looking in, it all seems to be going great.
That's it.
Which is good. And this is your second album, and it follows on from the great success of the first one. The first one was really well received. How long ago was that now?
That was 2019, February 19.
Right.
Yeah. So it did. It went really well. It got played, all over Ireland and in America and Australia and different places. And it's still being played
good.
here.
And it's the way it should be.
Yeah. So it's good. I know. Billy always say, I think that's thanks to Billy as well, because whatever he we touch.
Billy Robinson
in
the studio.
Yeah, in the Groove Shack, he is the man. He has like the magic touch. But they're timeless. I think the sound that he creates, I don't think in 20 years' time, I think it'll still be as radio friendly as it is today. Hopefully.
No,
I think that's
absolutely. It's a bit like buying a classic piece of furniture almost.
Yeah.
It's in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, it's not going to have date.
I know, I'm so lucky. Like, I know, like I tell people, he calls me his pet project. I mean, I've never been as happy to be a pet project in my life as Billy Robinson's. Like,
but I'm guessing here, I can't speak for Billy, but if you have somebody in the studio and they have a strong mind, a good musician, good singer, and they have a strong mind, but they also need to listen. And when you have somebody like Billy guiding you and advising you, you listen.
Yeah, you do listen, and I'm a fast learner for that. But he's easy to work with. He knows what he's at, and like Billy will ask me sometimes, "What do you think of the sound of that?" And I go, "Billy, you know best." Do you know what I mean? I never ever have anything that he has mixed and sent to me going.
There you go.
It's always just been beautiful.
And as somebody who does it all day, every day, and knows what they're doing, it's reassuring, and it's also it's just great because the whole project moves along then.
Yeah, and then the session musicians that he works with as well, like Mick McCartney has played guitar on most of the tracks in this album, and like he's so complimentary to every song that you give him, which is important to me, that the lyrics and the song doesn't get lost sometimes when you play with, sometimes these big leads can take over, and then that's what the important part of the song. So that would take away from me, and I don't want anything to take away from me. But you know what I'm talking. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
Yeah.
Well, when you've got such accomplished musicians on the album, it's only natural that the guitar break might be a bit longer, or somebody wants to include a drum solo. Well, not drum solos anymore, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they always work really well. As I said, the word complimentary is the best word to use, because I not putting anybody else down, but I just see sometimes, that it just becomes about the instrumental and that, whereas everything should complement one another always, and it does in the Groove Shack.
Since the first album, you have a new baby on the scene.
I do.
You have a new man on the scene.
Yeah.
You're in love. Most of us were struggling with our 5Ks and scrambling around with all the restrictions. You were falling in love.
Yeah, I know when everybody else was isolating, I was down in Marble Hill and met Frankie.
But that's not good for our artistic endeavours. You see, you're supposed to be really struggling and dealing with all the angst and
I remember
breakups.
I put the first photograph up of me and Frankie, and I'd never ever done that before in my life. I've never put like a photograph of me and a fella up. And Donna Harkin, the accordion player, commented, "Oh, Jesus, there goes these unrequited love songs now," you know? And and she was right, because that, like, this song that's coming out tomorrow, it is my first love song to write. And I tell you, it was a weird thing to do. Instead of giving out about men, this was all this is a love song. Like, it's celebrating. Yeah.
It's brilliant. So it's a new departure.
I know.
Well, it's pushing the boundaries.
You know what's going to come next now? Yeah.
Who knows? The love album.
The love album. Achieved love. I found it. Yes.
Well, listen, the best of luck with the album. It's going to be a number of weeks yet, obviously, but the How Sweet It Is comes out tomorrow.
It comes out on Friday, and there's also
Friday.
Yeah, we were out. We made a music video yesterday. Steve McCollum is the artistic eye behind it and videographer, and we made it in the Central, so number 58 upstairs.
Great.
And it's beautiful up there. So Mark and Tony and Marty were very accommodating yesterday. So we have a wee video made. So thanks to Kelly and Peter, they're the performers in this video.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful.
And the video is coming out.
It'll come out on Friday as well. When the song's
Okay,
released on
you
Friday.
can watch it on your socials.
Yeah. You should be fed up looking at it.
It's great, no, but you know, it is important. It's great to put the visuals with it as well.
It is. I think it is important now. Yeah, if you take a single out, you need something to look at. We're very visual now, aren't we? Like, we need to, you know. We need to be seeing things.
And it's about capturing somebody's attention and holding it for 3 minutes.
If somebody watches it for 10 seconds, you're lucky. How many people are still watching the Facebook feed?
Well,
that's the question.
That's the big question. Yeah.
No pressure.
And listen, continued success,
Thank you,
and look forward to hearing the album and hearing all the tracks on the album. Oh, what about playing live then? Any plans? Anything concrete yet?
There's a date coming up in September in Strabane. Is it the Alley Theatre you called in there? I'm going to be in there. I don't exactly know the date, and it's I don't even really know what it is. I have nothing else at the moment, to be quite honest. I wasn't taking bookings of too much. We did the Dunfanaghy Bring It Home Festival, which was brilliant. We had 2 gigs at that, and then unfortunately I was to do the Letterkenny Blues Festival, but I got COVID.
Right.
Yeah, so that put that out. And just with Laura May, just things, there's kids away back to school, there's another one getting their Leaving Cert results on Friday, so there's lots happening.
Right.
So we just get everybody settled in now for another school year, and we'll see then what we can do then.
One step at a time.
Aye, but you know the crack.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, all too well. But maybe around the time of the release of the album, there'll be
I'd hope to do
do
an album launch like I did. The album launch was in the Green Inn Theatre, and that was a brilliant night. It was a brilliant night because it brought all my family together, and so many people came and supported. And like they've said, you know, are we going to get another night out? Sooner than getting a day out anyway. So.
Good. Oh, I get you now. Yeah, right. Sorry, wasn't thinking there for a second. Well, you seem to have everything in the right order. So who would argue with you? Anyhow, you're going to play. Are you going to play the next single?
Do you want me to play it?
It'd be great.
Yeah, I'll try it anyway. It's going to be a lot different from what you hear on Friday. Well, thank you. You got the first play as well.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, and I love you said that we love Maria McCormack in the show, and that was.
Well,
class.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I know you sent it in, and then I uploaded it here.
Yeah.
And played it, but I'm very picky. Very picky.
I know you're picky, so that's cool. I'm really happy about this.
But your stuff it's really radio friendly.
Yeah.
And I'm delighted when you send on something new. So.
And just thank as well. I had to mention Sean McCarran and Rom. Sean McCarran played saxophone on the track, and he just made it magical as well. So just wanted to say that. Okay, I'm going to try it. Could make a complete mess of it, but sure, we'll give it a go. This is for Frankie. How sweet it is to wake with you every morning, We never ever want to wake alone. You always want me close, tucked in your arms. Oh, I never wanted any other way. How sweet it is in your arms. How sweet it is in your arms. There's more than a million reasons why I love you. And every day there just seems more and more. I swear my heart skips when I dare to look through the blinds that's between today and tomorrow. How sweet it is in your arms. How sweet it is in your arms. This is exactly how life should be. If you be you, and I'll always be me. We can face all the world throws our way. If we're together, then all will be okay. When you smile, your eyes, they shine like diamonds. And I know that you've got only eyes for me. So wrap your loving arms around me, and I'll be yours for eternity. How sweet it is in your arms. How sweet it is in your arms. How sweet it is in your arms. How sweet it is in your arms.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Different to the recorded version, absolutely. But different, no better, no worse. It's just different. And,
Yeah,
and
the way it was
I like
written.
both versions.
So. Something just funny. Do you know how you get them unheard lyrics?
Yes.
My mum says, "What is this song? Is it Speedy Days?" And I was like, "What?" And she says, "Is that what you're saying?" So instead of her hearing how sweet it is, Mum says, "It's Speedy Days."
Well, that works too. That works too. Anyway, I know Frankie's here with you. He's out there somewhere.
Yeah, him and Laura May.
Yeah. Well, he's in tears. Don't know about Laura May. She might not might not have fully understood it, but well done.
Thank you, John, for having me.
Not at all. An absolute pleasure, and we'll chat again.
Yeah.